Hello, I am the author of Pamela Wilkinson. I currently live in southwestern Utah, but was born and raised in Louisiana. I am also an author. I have published books since 2021, a children's book, basically now a first edition of I Am Music, My Journey with Dimash Kudaibergen, the best singer in the world. After that, the following year, I published a Dimash Kudaibergen fable, The Sculptor's Masterpiece, in June of 2022. And then later on that year, I republished the fan book and added the screenplay to the fable book that I wrote that year. Yeah, so basically I'm a writer, and I've been busy writing since '85, but never wanted to publish anything until 2020. The children's book got things started, and then later on, a few months later, I said, I'm being hounded by the fans on the Facebook pages where we follow Dimash Kudaibergen, that I should compile all my poetry and skits, etc., and put them in a book. So I did. Okay. The fable book is about a sculptor who has a vivid dream one night on May the 23rd, 1994, of a man standing on a wooden platform in his studio, right down the hallway from his master bedroom. And he wakes up, and instead of going back to sleep and going, okay, that was just a dream, he decides he's going to get dressed and go down and greet the gentleman. And of course, when he gets there, the gentleman's not there. So he realizes it's a dream. One thing leads to another, and he hears a voice in the studio that says, he's not here because you haven't sculpted him yet. He says it to him a second time, and he goes, okay, I'm done. So he proceeds to sculpt him. But ethereal things and supernatural things take place. He completes a 6'3" tall clay version of Dimash Kudaibergen in his studio in 24 hours. And technically, Dimash was born in his studio on May the 24th, 1994, which is the actual day of birth of Dimash in Kazakhstan, the day he was born in Kazakhstan. So the story takes off. It's about the sculptor and his relationship with this creation that turns into a real man. He was a human. He was a clay man. Now he's a human. And anyway, I don't want to give too much of it away. But I can tell you that that book, that narrative poem that I wrote, that is the reason that I wrote the screenplay, was a very important it was like a pinnacle of my writing for 40 years. It was like the greatest thing I'd ever done. And just my opinion. It's 190 stanzas long. When I got my copy, in the mail, after it went to Amazon.com, I get my copy about 10 days later, and I said, something's missing. There's a lot of stuff missing from my book. This is crazy. What am I going to do about that? Time passes. Could it be 2 hours or 2 days? I don't remember, but I just said, I'm just going to write a screenplay. Because by the 8th stanza of part 1 of the sculptor's story, I realized I'm writing the beginning of a movie. As a fan of Dimash Kudaibergen, I am writing the beginning of a fantasy movie with Dimash Kudaibergen as the main star. I'm here because of Fox Press Media and my association with them. And so far it's been an adventure with them, and hoping that something comes out of this. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. Thanks for your attention to this matter. Signing off, Pamela Wilkinson, author of the second edition of I Am Music, My Journey with Dimash Kudaibergen, the best singer in the world.